After such a long time, we finally have the official premiere of Miraculous Ladybug Season 6 and I am extremely excited. But before we start analyzing the episode 2, because that's the first one, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I'll keep you updated with all the news. So now let's get straight into the subject. This is the synopsis of the episode and it says like this. While Marinette struggles with her controlling instincts, Ladybug and her team must face a villain full of imagination. This is actually a really boring synopsis, but anyway, it says that Marinette will struggle with her controlling instincts, and that means that we will see more of her controlling side. Now that she's dating Adrien, she will become extremely jealous. We know this from the other trailer which we got in 2024. So let's see how far she will go. Now about the other release dates, we have like this. Originally, the episode 2 was supposed to be released on 25 January, but Glab took the spot and it will be released on 24. The third episode, Sublimation, on 1st February. Then Dedicap on February 8th, War Papas on February 15th, and then Climatic Queen, the first episode, on February 22nd. All of these are the release dates for Disney Channel USA, so the English dub, but the Illustrhater will be first released in Portuguese dub, because as I said, Glab took the spot. It was supposed to be released in English first, but now it's in Portuguese. I'm not sure if you remember, but a new book will be released for Season 6, is named A New Beginning Volume 1, and it was postponed because it was supposed to be released in February, but now it will be released on 19 March. This book will contain images and spoilers for Season 6, so it is kind of better that it will be released after at least the first 5 episodes. So now let's see the synopsis of the season in general, and it says like this. Marinette and Adrien navigate a deepening relationship filled with life-altering revelations and unforeseen challenges, while their superhero alter egos must confront the most formidable adversary yet. This is kind of generic, so like the other synopsis, it doesn't give us something to really discuss about, but the word revelations gives me a bit of hope that we will get some revelations. For example, someone else to find out who is Ladybug, or even Cat Noir, because not many people know who Cat Noir is, but more people know who's Ladybug. Either way, now let's get into the juicy stuff and let's see all the scenes that we have for the second episode. And the source is Disney Channel USA. The trailer, which we got back in September with Marinette stalking Adrien and Sublime, the new character, all the scenes are from the third episode. But now we will discuss only about the scenes for the second episode, so that's why you will not see all the scenes here. We will discuss strictly about what will happen in the second one. And the akumatized villain is a kid who will have the exact same powers probably as Animaestro from the third season. Because if you remember, Animaestro is Thomas Astruc, who inserted himself into the show for some reason. He had the power to make 2D animations which are attacking Ladybug and Cat Noir, and the kid who will be akumatized into the Illustrhater, because the little girl will be akumatized by Layla, so Layla will akumatize kids too, and she will have the power to make 2D animations which will attack Ladybug and Cat Noir. The only difference is that the Illustrhater will have somehow a can, let's say, because she also has to draw whatever she wants to attack Ladybug and Cat Noir, and Animaestro had to disguise himself into those 2D animations. And also, Animaestro had to be watched by other people, and meanwhile, the Illustrhater doesn't have to be watched. She only needs to draw. I'm actually a big fan of 2D animation, so I'm kind of excited to see what she will draw. And if you make a comparison between the old animation and the new one, clearly the new one is a lot better, more detailed. So let's not even dive into this subject because I love the new animation now. At first I wasn't the biggest fan, but now I am. I don't prefer Cat Noir in the new animation, I still prefer him in the old one, but the others look better. We will discuss about the heroes now, because I want to say my opinion about each of them. First of all, we have Rina Rouge. On the left, it's the hero from the new animation, and on the right is the hero from the old animation. Just keep that in mind, because we will analyze all the heroes. So as I was saying, Rina Rouge is the first one, and she clearly got a glow up. If you look really closely at her costume, she has fur. It is a detail that I really enjoy. Also, the mask is kind of the same, it's just a bit more orange, lighter orange. And about the hair, I'm not really sure what to believe, because I still prefer the old hair. I'm not really sure why, but it suits her a lot better. The new hair is amazing too, I love it. And overall, she looks a lot better in the new animation. As I said, I also love that there's the zipper, I guess. And also the Miraculous looks better like this. But in my humble opinion, the hair should have been just a bit darker, like in the right image. But overall, as I said, it's probably the lighting too. Overall, the new Rina is better. Now let's move on to her boyfriend, because here I have more to discuss. I'm still not 100% sure which version I prefer. Clearly, he looks better in the old animation for now, because in the new one he looks a bit strange, he looks old and young in the same time, but the details on the costume are clearly better. So I would say that I prefer the new costume in the new animation, but I prefer the old face. The skin tone is a bit different, so everyone has a new skin tone. And the glasses are probably worse. I still prefer the old ones. The hood looks better now, and also the costume, as I said, looks a lot better. And there's also a detail that I love, but it can't be showed here because I didn't find any images of it. But all the heroes will have their specific Miraculous logo on their backs. So, Rina Rouge will have a fox, and Carapace will have a turtle symbol on his back. So that's a detail that I really love, and the one that I like the most is Vesperia's. You will see it in probably one of the episodes really soon. And now let's discuss about Ladybug, because here again I have mixed feelings. I love the new hair, I love that she has some red ends, I love the new costume a lot more, but the face, I still prefer the old one. I prefer the old face because she looks more mature, while in the new animation she looks more childish, even though they're supposed to be older. It will be a time jump, not a really big time jump, just a few months, but it's the same problem with Cat Noir, because as you can see in this specific shot on the left, he looks so young, and meanwhile he looked so badass in the right shot. And that's why I have mixed feelings about him too. I prefer the new costume at him as well. It's a lot better, also the hair is a lot better, but he looks so childish, again like Ladybug and the others, only Rina Rouge looks more mature. And also Nino does, but only in a couple of shots. But Cat Noir here doesn't look extremely well, but in another images he looks better. So that's why I have mixed feelings. I want to watch the episode and then I will say my final opinion about their designs, after I see them in motion. The other heroes don't appear in the trailer in the second episode, but we have a look at them in this poster. Ladybug looks better, Cat Noir looks a lot better in this poster, Rina Rouge looks amazing as in the final animation. Carapace looks a bit strange, he looks extremely childish, even though in the animation he looks a lot older. But now I have some really big complaints about Bunnyx. What happened to her face? In this specific poster she looks extremely goofy, and her face is so... I'm not really sure how to say because I don't find the right words. She looks strange. She doesn't even have that many changes in her costume, so they should have worked more at Bunnyx, because she's one of the main heroes after all, if she's in this poster. And she needs to have more screen time, by the way, in season 6. She's one of my favorites. And above Vesperia, clearly a glow up, she looks amazing. I love the symbol on her back. I love all her costume, I love her design. In the new animation she looks a lot better. And Vesperia and Rina Rouge got the best glow ups in season 6. I prefer them a lot more now. Now, in the second episode, Marinette and Adrien will go to a cinema date, and that will be amazing. I always loved their cinema dates. They had the first one probably in the second season, in the Gorizilla episode, and that specific scene is in my top 10 scenes from all the seasons with Marinette and Adrien. And actually they had even more dates to the cinema, for example, in the Gang of Secrets episode, a Lady Noir cinema date, and it went kind of horrible because Ladybug overreacted at the movie, but we understand Marinette because she was going through a lot. She just became the Guardian. In season 4 they also went to the movies again, but as Marinette and Cat Noir, and that was probably my favorite one because I love Mary Chat, is my favorite ship. So now they will go as Marinette and Adrien, but for real at a date, and that will be amazing because Adrien tells Marinette we will figure this out together, which means that Marinette has some struggles and Adrien will help her overcome all those struggles. And I really love this trope. If you remember, in the beginning the synopsis said that Marinette will become extremely protective of Adrien, so that's why they have to discuss this, because Adrien wants to help Marinette to not feel this way. And he will be sweet about this whole situation, he will not make Marinette feel ashamed or something like that. So I'm really curious to see how it will go. I'm really sad that the episode will be released in Portuguese because I won't be able to understand what they will say completely. I know a bit of Portuguese but not enough to understand. But after a couple of hours we will get English subtitles and also the English dub. For now these are all the scenes that we have for the second episode. It was also another scene of the akumatized villain with the mask. It's the scene that I put near the synopsis, if you remember, in the beginning. Either way, now let's discuss about what will happen in each episode, all my theories. So if you were here just to see what I believe will happen in the second episode, you can leave, because now I will discuss about the whole season. So let's see what I believe will happen. First of all, we have Climatic Queen, the first episode. Don't forget that it will be released on 22nd February on Disney Channel USA after the 5th episode. Climatic Queen I feel like will have the same vibes as Stormy Weather, and that's because that's how season 1 started. That's how Miraculous started in general. And now, after the 5th season, we have a new storyline with Lila instead of Gabriel. So the first episode, being Climatic Queen, makes a lot of sense because it's the same beginning as the one with Gabriel in season 1. And I really hope that the fight scene will be amazing, because in Stormy Weather we have probably one of the top 5 fight scenes from all the seasons. Until then they weren't be able to really top that fight scene. So I hope Climatic Queen will be amazing. We have some scenes from it from the trailer. If you remember, probably Climatic Queen is the old lady who had some butterfly logo on her for some reason. Even though I wanted Aurora to be akumatized, she won't, because in the episode 1, the akumatized villain will be an old lady, probably Master Fu's girlfriend. There are some chances because they kind of look alike. I don't believe something really relevant will happen in Climatic Queen, and that's because the first episode and the 5th one are still not animated. That's why they won't be released first. And here I'm talking about the first episode because the 5th one will be released as it should. But the first one will be released after the 5th one, and that's because it's still not animated. And I'm not really sure why, but probably nothing huge will happen because the creators wouldn't allow a big episode to be released, for example to give spoilers in the second one or the third one or the fourth one or the 5th one from what happened in the first one. So Climatic Queen will be just a filler episode, just for the vibes. And besides that, it will have a lot of nostalgia. But moving on, the Illustrhater, we discussed about what will happen in it, so let's move on to Sublimation. Sublimation will be about Sublime and her mother. Sublime is a new character who is a runner. She doesn't have legs, she has prosthetics, and she will become really good friends with Adrien. Obviously, Marinette will become extremely jealous, and she will stalk them, she will stalk Sublime, but at the end she will want to become friends with Sublime, so Marinette won't have really bad intentions. But Marinette will akumatize herself, but not for real. She will pretend to be akumatized and to stop Bucket Eater, if I remember well. And besides that, she will also make Sublime lose her legs. I mean break her legs, not really lose them, but they need to be replaced. And that will be because Marinette will put a lot of soap on the floor, and Sublime will have to run with the soap on her legs. And because they are prosthetics, she will trip and fall because of Ladybug / Marinette pretending to be akumatized. And that will be extremely sad because she needed a scholarship and the money from Bob, and now she won't get them. The third episode has been extremely leaked. We now have about 19 minutes out of 22 or something like that. So we basically have seen all the episode if you have been keeping up with the leaks. And it will be a really cool episode because even though Marinette at first will seem that she has bad intentions with Sublime and that she's back to her old ways, she's just trying to grow. And she won't have bad intentions, as I said. And it will probably be a friendship towards the end between Marinette and Sublime, because at the end of the episode they will hug and they will become friends. The akumatized villain in Sublimation is Sublime's mother, and also Sublime's parents are divorced and Sublime's mother is kind of a witch, and her dad is extremely peaceful. She will have the power to make everyone the best version of themselves, so that's not really a bad power, but of course it's an akumatized villain, so she needs to be de-akumatized. And in the third episode we will see only Ladybug and Cat Noir, no other heroes. In the episode 4, the akumatized villain will be Roger Cup again, but instead of Roger Cup he will be named Daddy Cup. And the heroes that will appear in the episode 4 are Pegasus, which looks amazing by the way, and Miss Hound, who also got a big glow up, and I can't show them because of copyright issues. And the other heroes will be Ladybug and Cat Noir, but as Astro Cat and Astro Bug. In War Papas we will meet Gabriel's parents, so Adrien's grandparents after all, and that will be extremely interesting. Sleeping Siren is probably Ondine, akumatized again into the Siren. El Toro de Piedra is probably Ivan, akumatized again. Vampigami, maybe Kagami, but also we had Optigami, which was not Kagami, so I'm not sure. Mr. Agrest could actually be the episode when we meet Adrien's grandparents. It's either War Papas or Mr. Agrest, because we know that all the episodes are named after the akumatized villain or a senti monster, and in season 5 after the powers of the Miraculous. So Mr. Agres could be a sentimonster. The Dark Castle, it's extremely cool. I'm not sure what to believe. Probably the same person who was akumatized in season 1, Adrian's fencing teacher, I guess. Revelator is an extremely cool name, but I have no idea who this could be. Reckless Driver reminds me when Ladybug and Cat Noir were reversed by Reverser in the second season, so maybe that person could be akumatized, and obviously Ikazi Gozen will be Kagami's mom, re-akumatized. Now I have a feeling that all of these episodes will be emotional and reckless with us. So, Grand Diaper. Am I reading this correctly? Does it really say diaper? What babies are using? Either way, I'm not sure what this could be. The Ruler. That will be an amazing episode, I can already tell. And it could be a Mary Chat episode, I can feel this. I'm not sure why, but I feel that the Ruler will be for Mary Chat. Noe is a fairy tale after all. A fairy good night again. Someone will be akumatized in a fairy. Maybe Sublime, because she gives the vibes of a fairy. The Dirty Fires. That's really strange. About the episode 19, I can't even read the title, but I know for sure one of the episodes is named The Straightener. Maybe that's the one, it just hasn't been translated. So I'm not sure what could happen in this one. If you have any theories, leave them in the comments. The episode 20, Heart Fixer, reminds me of Heart Eater, I guess, or something like this. It was in the finale of the third season. So this could be that villain again, or something like that. The Changed Titans, Lady Chaos, Tristancy, Queen of the Dread Zone, Secret Protocol, Nemesis. I can already tell all these episodes will be amazing, especially Lady Chaos, Queen of the Dread Zone, Secret Protocol, Nemesis. Even the Changed Titans, only Trins Nancy is probably just a Nancy re-akumatized and she will be sad, so that's why is Trist Nancy. But Lady Chaos, there's a lot of speculation that it is Ladybug akumatized / Marinette akumatized, but I don't really believe this will happen. But who knows? And I have a feeling that Queen of the Dread Zone could be Lila akumatizing herself or Chloe akumatized again. Because Chloe always tends to be akumatized towards the end of the season. She did this in the third season, also in the fifth one, and now maybe in the sixth one. She could be Queen of the Dread Zone, and Nemesis means enemy. So I'm extremely excited for the last 6 episodes of season 6. I mean, I'm excited for all the season, but anyway. About season 7 we have some news. Someone asked one of the writers of Miraculous if season 6 is already written, and they are writing now as we speak the first 2 episodes. They are making the scripts, and then they will make the storyboard and then the animation. We know that it won't be a huge gap between season 6 and 7, and Thomas Astruc also said on Twitter /X, name it the way you want, that after we watch the first episode of season 7 we will have to rewatch all season 6. And he also said that there are a lot of hints in the previous seasons that we didn't catch on. And he said the same about season 6, that there will be a lot of clues that we will not catch on. Season 7 for now is confirmed to be released in the next year. So obviously season 6 has to end in this one. And even though there was a huge gap between season 5 and season 6 because of the new animation, the new software, and all that stuff, from now on, Miraculous will not have huge gaps between seasons, specials, and stuff like this. Don't forget that in this year we will also get the Tokyo special, which will be the 5th one, and then the Brazil special, which will be the 6th one in the next year. And probably we will get the Tokyo special in the same time as the London special or the Shadybug and Cloud Noir special during October/September of this year. There are a lot of plans for Miraculous in the future. They said that they have plans for at least 10 years from now, and we will get a lot of Miraculous content, a lot of specials, a lot of new seasons. Don't forget that even though there are only 7 seasons confirmed, they said they have ideas for 12 seasons a couple of months ago. So if the show does well, we will get 12 seasons minimum. And that's why it's extremely important to support the show in any way possible, maybe to buy Netflix and watch the show, or Disney Plus, or whatever platform the show is posted on, to see that they have a lot of fans. We just got a new trailer from Glob for the second episode, and it's kind of funny because I'm seeing it after finishing this long video. But I made a specific video for that trailer, and mostly there are not many new scenes, so what I discussed in this video, it's also for the new trailer. And this is all for today for the second episode. This is all we know. These are all my theories and thoughts. And thank you so much for watching till the end. I'm not sure if anyone is still here, but thank you if you are. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe because I'll keep you updated with all the news, and I will see you soon.